Well, New York City's Department of Education will be forced to make deep cuts as part of a sweeping round of citywide reductions ordered by Mayor Eric Adams.
Many of the cuts will take effect immediately and affect students in the city's pre-K program, community schools with after-school programs. The teachers union says the cuts will also mean larger class sizes. Joining us right now, the president of the UFT, Michael Mulgrew. He's at the Brooklyn Landmark Elementary School in Bed-Stuy. Nice to have you back, Mr. Mulgrew.
Nice to see you. Thank you for having me on. It's nice to talk to you again.
Okay, so why are you at that school? Is that a school that's going to be particularly hit hard by the mayor's budget cuts?
All the schools are getting hit hard by the mayor's budget cut, but here we're at a school which is a Title I school, which means it has a large percentage of our neediest, most challenged students in terms of economics, and they want their class sizes to be lowered, and they see what the mayor is doing right now is going to put that in jeopardy. And we're also here with state elected officials who are saying we sent $1.3 billion alone just this year for New York City to lower class sizes, so everyone's quite angry about it.
So we just had the mayor's chief of staff here, Ingrid Lewis-Martin, and I told her what you said, that you basically thought that the budget numbers were fabricated. And here's what she had to say. We want you to listen to it.
That's what Michael Mulgrew says, but Jacques Jihad, who is our fiscal guru, who ensured that this city maintained a AA bond rating, told us that the budget does have to be cut. And he outlined to us why it needed to be cut. And it all goes back to the migrants.
All right, she's saying the numbers are not fabricated, Mr. Mulgrew.
I disagree completely. I've been doing budgets for a long time, and I've never seen an administration with $8 billion in reserves running a $3 billion budget surplus this year alone and then cutting schools. And if things were so dire, why has the city not produced any of the paperwork and submitted it for reimbursement in Albany, where there's literally $1.5 billion sitting there just for New York City's asylum program, yet they haven't submitted the paperwork. So to me, the facts are pretty clear when you lay them out. There's some shenanigans going on here.
Michael, are you saying that it's something as simple as filling out paperwork that could result in an influx of money that the city may be entitled to? Are you saying it's something as simple as that?
It is exactly that. That money's been up there for over 6 months. We were lobbying, we advocated because we felt that the city was entitled to additional funding, and at this point the city has only filed for $275,000, and yet there's $1.5 billion still sitting there, and every day the mayor and his advisors are telling us all how the situation is so dire and blaming everyone else when they haven't even filled out their paperwork.
And as it stands now, it looks like the Department of Education, the Education Department, is facing cuts of up to $550 million. And we're talking about popular programs, preschool programs, the Summer Rising programs. What are we looking at here in terms of the things that could be eliminated?
You're talking about after-school programs, Saturday programs, but I'm really concerned right now with the cutting or the pulling back of universal pre-K and 3K. These programs are essential to the families of New York City, and it's very short-sighted. These families need these programs. Remember, this is New York City. The parents are working. And it was a beautiful thing that this city said, we're going to establish a universal pre-K and then we're going to grow our 3K program. It helps the students learn. It has all of those great aspects, but it also allows the families of New York City to have a helping hand as they try to work and live here inside of our city.
About 2 seconds ago, you used the words shenanigans. You think there's shenanigans going on?
It's my Irish background. I'm sorry.
No, but seriously, do you think there's shenanigans going on with the budget?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Listen, there's always been friction at all times between the Office of OMB, the Management and Budget Office, and the rest of the agencies of New York City. I've never, ever in my over 15 years in this job, have never seen the director of OMB who has said the sky is not. They all say the sky is falling. And at times it was legitimate. We would see cuts. We would see loss of revenue. Our revenue projections are up. The reserves are up. I mean, you're close to a $3 billion operating surplus just on this year alone. And where are the receipts from all the asylum bills that we seem not to see?
You're saying that the money is there, obviously, and you represent the teachers. How much of this will fall on a burden for teachers when you talk about eliminating some of these programs or reducing some of the issues that we have here? How much of this is going to fall on the teachers?
These programs have been essential, especially as we move out of COVID. We've been very proud. We are seeing our, the numbers that people traditionally look at and students' performance are going up, but there's still a lot of damage that's being undone from COVID. And this is why it is so devastating at this moment that they're cutting the schools. And again, I can't keep stressing this. New York City received an additional $1.3 billion from the state last year for these programs and for lowering class sizes, and our class sizes have gone up.
Well, do you
so
attribute that to the
people getting angry?
Do you attribute that to the migrants? Because people are also moving out of New York City, and some of them don't want to deal with the New York City public school system.
No, I do not attribute it to the migrants at this point. I attribute this to the city. The mayor has always questioned the law that was passed in Albany. The Department of Ed, as we know, is under direct control of the mayor's office. So I believe this is just another administration saying that New York City's children don't deserve what the children in the rest of the state already have, which is lower class sizes.
Michael Mulgrew, thank you for coming on Good Day New York and letting us know how you feel this morning.
Thank you, and have a good Thanksgiving, everyone.
You too. Thank you.
A lot to follow up on there, for sure.
Yeah. All right.